Chapter 1. Lucky's Big Escape. The beginning. The sun was just peeking over the horizon, casting a soft golden glow over the rolling hills of Cloverfield Farm. Lucky, a spirited young pony with a shiny coat of chestnut brown and a playful glint in her eye, was just waking up. She stretched her legs and let out a big yawn, shaking the hay from her mane. The birds were singing their morning songs, and the air was filled with the scent of fresh grass and blooming flowers. Lucky trotted out of the barn, eager to start the day. She loved the farm where she lived with her mom, Belle. Belle was the gentlest, kindest pony on the farm, and Lucky adored her. They would spend their days grazing in the fields, playing hide and seek among the trees, and napping under the warm sun. But today was different. As Lucky approached the field, she noticed a strange commotion near the farmhouse. She saw a big truck parked outside, with men loading supplies and crates into it. Lucky's heart skipped a beat when she saw Belle being led towards the truck by one of the men. "Mom, what's happening?" Lucky called out, her voice trembling with worry. Belle turned her head and gave Lucky a reassuring smile. "Don't worry, sweetie. They're taking me to a new farm in Connecticut." "Connecticut? But that's so far away." Lucky's eyes filled with tears. "I don't want you to go." Belle nuzzled Lucky gently. "I know, darling, but sometimes things happen that we can't control. I'll be fine. And you have to be brave. Remember all the things I've taught you." Lucky watched helplessly as Belle was loaded onto the truck. She felt a lump in her throat and her legs felt like jelly. She couldn't imagine life without her mom. As the truck's engine roared to life and began to drive away, something inside Lucky snapped. She couldn't just stand there and do nothing. "I have to find my mom," Lucky whispered to herself, determination burning in her eyes. The escape. Lucky knew she had to act quickly. She glanced around to make sure no one was watching and then made a dash towards the fence at the edge of the farm. She squeezed through a small gap, her heart pounding with excitement and fear. The world outside the farm was big and unknown, but Lucky didn't care. She had to find Belle. The road ahead was long and winding, and Lucky had no idea where to start. She took a deep breath and started trotting down the path, her hooves clattering against the pavement. The sun was higher in the sky now, and the day was getting warmer. Lucky's mind raced with thoughts of her mom and the journey ahead. The first challenge. Lucky hadn't gone far when she encountered her first obstacle. The road led her to a bustling town with cars zooming by and people rushing around. Lucky had never seen so many people and vehicles in one place before. She stood at the edge of the road, feeling overwhelmed. "How am I going to get through this?" Lucky wondered, her ears drooping with worry. Just then, a friendly-looking dog with a wagging tail approached her. "Hello there, you look a bit lost," the dog said. Lucky nodded. "I'm trying to find my mom. She was taken to a farm in Connecticut." "That's quite a journey," the dog said, tilting his head. "My name's Max. I live here in town. Maybe I can help you." Lucky's spirits lifted a bit. "Thank you, Max. I'm Lucky. I don't know how to get through this town." Max smiled. "Stick with me. I know all the shortcuts." With Max leading the way, Lucky navigated through the busy streets and alleys of the town. They weaved between buildings, crossed quiet side streets, and avoided the heavy traffic. Lucky was grateful for Max's help and marveled at how easily he moved through the town. A new friend. As they reached the outskirts of the town, Lucky felt a wave of relief. The road ahead was clear, and she could see the open countryside once again. She turned to Max and smiled. "Thank you, Max. I couldn't have done it without you." Max wagged his tail happily. "No problem, Lucky. I'm glad I could help. Where will you go next?" Lucky looked down the road, her eyes filled with determination. "I'll keep going until I find my mom. Nothing's going to stop me." Max nodded. "Well, if you ever need help again, just look for a friendly face. There are good folks out there who will lend a paw." Lucky thanked Max once more and continued on her journey. As she trotted down the road, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. She knew the road ahead would be tough, but she was ready for whatever challenges came her way. The journey continues. The sun was setting as Lucky made her way through the rolling hills of California. The sky was painted with hues of pink and orange, and the air was cool and refreshing. Lucky's thoughts drifted back to her mom. She missed Belle terribly, but the memory of her mom's smile and gentle nuzzle gave her strength. Lucky found a quiet spot under a tree and settled down for the night. She closed her eyes and imagined Belle's comforting presence. "I'll find you, Mom," she whispered. "I promise." As the stars twinkled overhead, Lucky drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures that lay ahead and the moment she would be reunited with her beloved mom.